It's time to wake up, Warriors.
Sculpture 2 is holding an annual event that involves votes from students. Stick around to find out more about this upcoming contest.
Are you interested in becoming a cheerleader? Stay tuned to find out how.
All this and more on today's edition of Wake Up Warriors.
Live from Penn Trafford High School. This is Wake Up Warriors. Wake Up Warriors starts now.
Hello Penn Trafford and welcome to this morning's exciting edition of Wake Up Warriors. Today is Thursday, March 14th. I'm Maddie Longo.
And I'm Julianne Fontano.
Sculpture 2 is once again holding its annual contest we know as Cake Wars. Here's reporter Chris Babola with more on this fun event.
What are two words that are hard to put together in a sentence? Cake and war. Surprisingly though, in the class Sculpture 2, they can go together like bread and butter because of the yearly assignment and contest known as Cake Wars. The assignment sees Mrs. Haberberger's students design their cakes to then be put in a contest where students and faculty will vote on them.
I started the Cake Wars probably 6 or 7 years ago as just another form. It was when the Cake Boss and all of those shows were popular. I thought it would be a fun way to make something three-dimensional using materials that they never have used before, but to make them look like authentic cakes. Sometimes they work alone and sometimes they work in a group, but they're all responsible with coming up with a few tiers of a cake. The cakes have to be in the round. They have to be able to be seen. My example, I say, when you're singing happy birthday, everyone's sitting around the table. So something should be featured on every side of the cake. They really look forward to it. And when we're all done, we display them in the fishbowl across from 122, the sculpture room. And we have a contest. We let the student body and the staff of Penn Trafford High School vote on which cake fits the categories of best overall cake or best theme or various. We come up with different themes every year. And then they win a cookie pass from the media center. So it's a win-win.
Well, for my project, I am making the Red Baron with Snoopy on top. I'm going to be doing a 16-inch wide, 2-foot tall cake with caulking on top of it to resemble clouds. And then I'm doing his doghouse, and then I'm making a figure out of wire and paper mache to look like Snoopy.
So we try to do everything in line with what a cake would have, but out of materials that you can't eat.
I really like that it's hands-on. I like doing projects where we get to use a lot of different materials as well, and this project is definitely one of them. We get to really have a lot of creative freedom with this project, as in like what we want the cake to look like, shape, and stuff like that. So I do enjoy that about it.
Be sure to look out for an email about when the Cake War is going to happen. It'll be in the fishbowl by the art room.
This has been Chris Pervola reporting for PTTV.
The quiz team has a lot to prepare for some upcoming events. Reporter Morgan Arlia spoke with senior member Tom Ferlino for more information.
So in quiz team right now we are practicing for the WIU, which is the regional qualifier for states, and that's coming up on March 15th. And then on the 17th we have the Duquesne University Academic Challenge, which is very exciting because the winner of that tournament gets a $5,000 scholarship to Duquesne if they attend.
2 weeks into t-shirt sales, and here's a recap of sales of all 3 periods. Also, learn how Period 5 advertised their t-shirt. Morgan McBriar and Savannah Koshko gave Cody Hines McCutcheon all the details.
Okay, so we've learned a lot throughout the 2 weeks of this project, just doing like sales and learning how to advertise. We did a commercial of Fortnite because everybody knows Fortnite, and we wanted something funny for our targeted audience. So we have been doing a lot to learn about sales throughout the last 2 weeks and marketing. We did a commercial to target our audience about Fortnite, and we decided to do Fortnite because everybody's familiar with it and to make it more funny so that people would get more engaged and buy our t-shirt. We also learned a lot throughout social media. We made a bunch of Instagram posts to help boost our account and get more people to see it and buy our shirt.
So every Monday we get a recap of all our sales, and so far we've sold over 264 items out of the 3 classes, and we're trying to beat last year's record. They sold around 600 items, and that was only between 2 classes, and this year it's between 3, so it's a lot more competitive, and we're hoping to surpass that amount. And the ways that people can buy these t-shirts is we have barcodes or QR codes around the school on different posters for people to scan. And you can also go on Instagram pages, and there's the link in the bio, and all you have to do is fill out your information. And there's a category for you to put the student's name for whoever you're buying it from. And make sure that you go to 3 Hearts and buy our t-shirt. Today is March 14th, meaning it's Pi Day. Here's Mrs. Stewart with more information on what will be occurring on this holiday dedicated to the famous mathematical constant.
Good morning, Penn Trafford. Today is Pi Day, and the math department is very excited about it. Pi is the number 3.14, so today is March 14th, which is why we celebrate Pi Day today. The high school math department has a ton of activities planned for our students revolving around the irrational number pi. So today we are going to spend some time discovering where pi came from. We are going to investigate measuring objects and calculating it ourselves. We're going to have a cookie station as well, since cookies are also round and circular, so we can look at pi in terms of the size of a cookie. We have stations where we're going to create artwork, and we're going to tie that in to Pi Day as well, and many other things that we'll do throughout the day. So happy Pi Day, Penn Trafford.
Spanish Club is selling lollipops for the rest of the week. Make sure to buy them before Friday. Lollipops are 50 cents outside of room 208.
It's time to bring you the latest updates in the world of PT sports. Let's get right into the sports rundown. Good morning, Paul. What do we have on the agenda today?
Thanks, Julianne. The Water Warriors were at the PIAA state meet yesterday and today. The relay went 1 minute and 25.44 seconds. This time secured them the 7th fastest in the state. The relay consisted of Connor Alexander, Patton Graziano, Nikki Marucci, and Aaron Bedell. This time also considers them for All-American consideration. This time also ties the school record. Today, Pat Graziano will be swimming his individual events in the 100 backstroke and 100 freestyle. Good luck today, Patton.
You can sign up
for
cheerleading
tryouts are coming up. Reporter Amanda Bobish talked to Mrs. Martonic to find out more.
You can sign up for cheerleading tryouts using Family ID. The registration deadline is Friday, May 3rd. The tryout process starts with a meeting on Monday, May 6th. And that is at 4 o'clock for cheerleaders, and then we will have a tryout practice from 4 to 6 p.m. in the auxiliary gym. And then Tuesday we will have a tryout practice from 4 to 6 p.m. in the auxiliary gym. And then Wednesday is the official tryout process starting at 4 p.m. I think people should try out for the cheerleading team because it builds a bunch of friendships, and you are involved in the community, and you can also build upon and learn new skills like tumbling and stunting.
Attention students, the hockey team will be playing in the Penguins Cup Championship game on Monday at UPMC Lemieux Complex in Cranberry. PT is offering a fan bus for high school students only. It will depart at 4:15 p.m. on Monday, March 18th from the athletic circle. Students will be required to ride to and from with no exceptions. There is no cost to students for the bus, but students will have to buy a ticket for admission. Tickets will be on sale online starting at 12 p.m. through Hometown Ticketing. The link is on the screen now, or you can get it on our Twitter feed. The boys tennis team kicked off their spring season last night against Greater Latrobe, but would unfortunately lose 2-3. Nick Trowski would win both of his sets. Now, I know it's so sad, but that's all I have for sports today, so let's send it back to the desk.
That's all. That concludes today's broadcast. Before we sign off, we invite you to stand for the pledge of the flag. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Maddie Longo
and Julianne Fontano.
Have a fantastic day, PT.